Assalamualaikum, sister. Thank you for writing to our live session. As I understand, you have some concerns and some issues regarding feeling worthy, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and possibly some decisions that you make. As you state, you're a student waiting for your final results to come in a few months, and you're just wondering what to do because you feel very useless and strange, and you've grown up with these words coming to you from friends and family. In addition to seemingly being criticized as a child and as a young woman growing up all the time by friends and family, you were also bullied, which is very sad. And I'm sorry, sister, that this has happened to you. It's very important, right, to give others, especially children, and young people, while they're forming their self-esteem and their personalities, to give them lots of positive reinforcement, positive words and affirmations about themselves and their worth and their ability. And unfortunately and sadly, this has not happened to you. You were not provided just with the basic human affirmations and confirmations, right? So as a result, at this time in your life, you're experiencing a lot of stress, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, and feeling that you're not very useful, and you're also feeling insecure. Again, sister, it's very sad that you were not provided with, the nurturing, loving environment and confirmations of self while growing up. But it's never too late to develop that, right? And I understand that it's very difficult to try to do that when you've been told one thing about yourself all of your life, right? It kind of, you feel like it has become a part of you. And in a way it has, but it's not a part of you that is truly you, right? That's something else that others have projected on you. And that's mostly, probably due to their own insecurities or maybe their jealousies or maybe their ignorance. It really has nothing to do with you or your abilities. Correct? So I would like to ask you, sister, to please start journaling. Write down all of your goals, your good points, your strengths, the things that you have done that you're proud of, points about yourself that you like regarding personality, spirit, the way you look, and so forth. The goal for this is to get a good overview and a good picture of who you truly are, right? And when you're writing these down, don't think about what others have said about you. Just look at your accomplishments, look at you, yourself, for who you truly know yourself to be. And I bet it'll be a lot different, right, than from other people's views and opinions. And I also want to just state, inshallah, that when you do this, you can do it from a personal perspective, or you could do it from a third person perspective, right? And that would mean, eliminating any bias. It might be easier to do it that way because you can eliminate a lot of bias that you have been living with and that has been kind of taught to you since you were young about yourself. So please write a list and journal about how you feel. Pull out all your good points, all your accomplishments, all the things that you know are welcomed and cherished, things that Allah has blessed you with, right? It could be, that you're very friendly, you're loving, you're smart, you've, accomplished, finishing school. You went through being bullied for 6 years and you survived that. You're strong, right? You may like, your hair is pretty, or you may like your smile. Any little thing, personality, looks, spirituality, intelligence, and any little thing put down. Because what you're going to do is you're going to build a true vision of yourself, of who you are. And I would like you to also do affirmations on a daily basis, right? And this will help retrain your mind, right? Kind of like retrains your brain in regards to how you feel about yourself and the self-image that you have, right? So if you do affirmations every day, such as, I am smart, I am beautiful, I am safe, I am loved, I am capable, I am enough, I am wonderful, and so forth, right? If you do that for a while, right, say 30 days at least, that begins to change the way your brain structure thinks about yourself. And you can move from thinking negatively and bad about yourself to thinking positively and lovingly about yourself by creating your affirmations and practicing them every day, right? Because sometimes the brain is like a sponge, or it's like an empty slate where it doesn't know which path to go until you fill it, right? So unfortunately, it was filled with negative things about yourself. So you're going to change that. You're going to fill your brain and your mind and the neural connections with positive, loving thoughts about yourself on a daily basis. Inshallah, if you journal and make your lists and get a great idea of who you are and what you're about and do your affirmations, you'll begin to see the wonderful person that you are. And you will begin to live in that reality, right? Because the reality you're living in right now is not really a true reality, right? Because this is not who you are. The negative, bad things people have said about you, sister, are not who you are. And you need to, inshallah, reject those negative visions and those negative projections from other people and just deflect them, right? So please try these techniques and tips, sister. And I'm sure, inshallah, that once you start to see a clear vision of yourself and know who you are, that you'll stop feeling insecure and useless, because you're not. You're not useless. You're very valuable, and you're loved, and you're important, and you're appreciated, and you have so many good qualities. And to just realize those and build upon them is what, a lot of people do struggle with, of course. But in your case, you don't have any positivity coming in, it sounds like, from other areas. So you need to create it yourself, and you need to live in it. Because what you're living in now is somebody else's version, or of several people's versions of who you are. And these people sound like they're very insecure and possibly angry, or maybe even jealous, or just thoughtless, right? So I'd like you to create your own reality based on who you are, based on your true self, that Allah in His mercy and His love has created. Because Allah is the one that created you, and He doesn't make any mistakes, as you know, and He loves you very much. So I encourage you to find your light, hold on to your light, and begin to grow in your new sense of self, of who you truly are. We wish you the best, sister.